Everywhere there's danger lurking, where you're playing, where you're working. Pipes are bursting, lights are flashing, outlets sparking, plates are crashing. Food tastes sticky, muscles aching. On the pond, the ice is breaking. Who can save us from disaster? Rolando Locomotov? Rolando Locomotov! Rolando Locomotov! He's the master!
One fairly nice day, Mary and Jerry went to the woods with Mommy and Daddy to get some fresh air and maybe pick some mushrooms. As they hiked deeper into the forest, Jerry and Mary decided to play a mean little prank on Mommy and Daddy. They hid behind a tree so the grown-ups would think they'd gotten lost. Mommy and Daddy ran around calling their names, but they didn't answer. They just hid and giggled. But pretty soon, it got dark, and there aren't any streetlights in the woods, so it got double extra turbo dark. The kids cried out for help! But Mommy and Daddy were too far away to hear them. But someone with double extra turbo hearing did hear them. The magnificent Rolando Locomotov flew down to save the day. Night. Using his amazing Illuminatron 8 zillion, he found Jerry and Mary and took them back to their very worried parents and delivered this important safety lesson. Kids, Jerry, Mary, Steve, Yolanda, all of you, if you're in the woods, don't wander off and lose sight of your grown-ups. It's crazy easy to get lost in the woods, and woods can get very dark and very scary. So never wander off. Stay with the grown-ups. Stay smart and stay safe. And also maybe don't traumatize your parents for fun, please.
Everywhere there's danger lurking, where you're playing, where you're working. Pipes are bursting, lights are flashing, outlets sparking, plates are crashing. Food tastes sticky, muscles aching. On the pond, the ice is breaking. Who can save us from disaster? Rolando Locomotov? Rolando Locomotov! Rolando Locomotov! He's the master!
One kooky Tuesday, Mary and Jerry built a spaceship. They worked very hard and stayed up late to make sure their spaceship was perfect. Then, suddenly, the power went out. It's all good, they thought. They found some matches and planned to keep working on their ship by candlelight. But when they tried to light the candle in the dark, wouldn't you just know it, they knocked it over and lit the kitchen curtains on fire instead. The house filled with smoke and the fire quickly spread. The poor children fled and hid under the bed. But high in the sky overhead, Rolando Locomotov rocketed. He spotted the flames and down he sped. He heroically defeated the flames with his utility hose and told the poor scared children it was safe to come out from under the bed. He wiped away their frightened tears and gave them his heartfelt message.
Children, dear, sweet, wacky, wonderful children, it's very important that you remember matches are not toys. Never play with them. And if a fire should start, don't hide under the bed. Call 911 right away. To recap, matches play with? No. Bed hide under? No. 911 always call? Yes. Stay away from matches. Stay smart and stay safe.
Everywhere there's danger lurking, where you're playing, where you're working. Pipes are bursting, lights are flashing, outlets sparking, plates are crashing. Food tastes sticky, muscles aching. On the pond, the ice is breaking. Who can save us from disaster? Rolando Locomotov? Rolando Locomotov! Rolando Locomotov! He's the master!
One icky day, Jerry got sick with the flu. Coughing, runny nose, fever, all that sicky-poo stuff. So he stayed home from school, dorking around, messing with his daddy's computer and being massively bored. But then, the doorbell rang. It's Mommy or Daddy or someone else I know and love and trust. But oh my great green greasy goodness, it wasn't! It was a villainous stranger with a dastardly beard. Jerry got scared, very, and hid in a suitcase.
while the evil Dr. Weirdbeard started stealing stuff. But what was this? High in the sky above, superhero Rolando Locomotov just happened to be flying past. He saw what was happening and sped to the rescue. He tied up the fuzzy menace, set everything right, and let Jerry out of his sort of clever hiding place. The hero then offered some first-rate advice. Jerry's, Brad's, Nigel's, every other name ever's. Never, ever open the door to strangers, even if they don't have a beard. There are some dangerous people out there, and you must never let them in. So stay away from strangers. Stay smart, stay safe, and stay green. Oh, wait, sorry. I thought I was talking to Martians for a second.
Everywhere there's danger lurking, where you're playing, where you're working. Pipes are bursting, lights are flashing, outlets sparking, plates are crashing. Food tastes sticky, muscles aching. On the pond, the ice is breaking. Who can save us from disaster? Rolando Locomotive? Rolando Locomotive! Rolando Locomotive! He's the master!
One day, Mary, Jerry, and their cat Harry looked at the calendar and realized it was their mummy's birthday. Happy birthday to Mom, etc., etc. They decided to bake their mummy something yummy to put in her tummy. They threw together all the ingredients they could find and put it in the oven. They turned the gas up really high so it would cook a whole lot. Then they started looking around for some matches to light the oven, gas quietly filling the room the entire time, so that when the kids found some matches and lit one, whoosh, crackle, crackle, it started a huge gas fire. But Rolando Locomotov, perched on his favorite looking-around asteroid, saw the flames. He flew down and doused the fire with his utility hose and made everything like it was. Then he said,
Kids, Marys, Jerrys, everybody else's, listen up, 'cause this one's a biggie. Never turn on the gas when no grown-ups are around. Gas can be very dangerous, and my utility hose only stretches so far. So stay away from the gas. Stay smart, stay safe. Oh, and stay adorable while you're at it. Why not?
Everywhere there's danger lurking, where you're playing, where you're working. Pipes are bursting, lights are flashing, outlets sparking, plates are crashing. Food tastes sticky, muscles aching. On the pond, the ice is breaking. Who can save us from disaster? Rolando Locomotive? Rolando Locomotive! Rolando Locomotive! He's the master!
One fine afternoon, Mary and Jerry decided to paint a masterpiece, and it came out amazingly fine-ish. But they were covered in paint, so they decided to wash it off in the bathroom. Then they started watching a movie about pirates who were really good at croquet. But in the middle of the haunted wicket scene, they noticed there was an ocean in their house. So they just went with it and played couch pirates. Then they decided to clean up. But when they turned on the vacuum cleaner, Mary and Jerry learned the hard way that houses can't swim. But just then, when all seemed hopeless, the famous superhero Rolando Locomotov happened to be flying by. He drained the water with his utility plug and set everything right. He even hung the soggy young couch pirates up to dry. Then he gave Mary and Jerry some nice hot chocolate with super lots of little marshmallows, along with some wise words.
Listen up, kids. Jerry, Mary, and the rest of you. Never walk away and leave the water running. Your house could flood, and that could cause all kinds of dangerous problems. And I'm not always going to be flying by. Turn the faucet off when you're done. Stay smart and stay safe.